It was another one of those hot LA days. Things were about to get interesting when she walked in. Her name was Samantha, and she was beautiful. A regular corpus delicti, with a great chest. Cavity, that is. Something in her socket said beware. Must have been the way they said hello to me. So, sweetheart, you say your husband's been cheating on you with another ghoul? That it? Well, I'll be glad to hear your story. But first, I've got a tawdry tale of my own to tell. It's about a couple of scam artists who want to make a killing, provided they don't kill each other first. I call it Seance.
I am eternal flame. In fire, all things begin and all things return. But I am not death, as the uninitiated would have me. I am point of transition. I am breath that transforms. I am life. In this flame, let me witness thine image, Prescott Chalmers, my departed servant. In the expression of the sacred Taoist square, do I invoke your image. Satoraripo tene appararotas. Satoraripo tene appararotas. What do you wish to tell us this night? Do you wish to tell us something, O Spirit? Jesus Christ, in a cardigan sweater. Benny, one lousy line.
Yeah.
Give the money to my friends, Dorothy.
I know the line. The line's not the problem. The deek's the problem.
Did I ever tell you my nightmare about dying old and broke? Huh, Benny, did I ever tell you that? I even got a name for this place, Monkey Island.
Yeah, that's cute, Al.
Monkey Island, I figure, is a place where the loser cons go at the end. Dead-eyed and desperate. Benny, there ain't no life on Monkey Island.
And there ain't nobody there to deek either. That's why you hate the place.
This isn't Pittsburgh. Remember Pittsburgh, Benny, huh? The first time you once closed on me, the first time you choked. Somebody got dead in Pittsburgh, Benny. Listen to me. We went out of this life, here it is. After the score, you go your way and I'll go mine. We're a great team, Benny. We deserve to walk away rich.
Yeah, what we're doing to this lady, we don't deserve to walk away.
Madame Leona, are you here?
You got spiders in your veins, Al.
And you're tangling up my web, sweetheart. Get inside.
Will you quit? Shut up.
Can you see all right?
Yeah.
Madame?
Yes, I'm here. I'll be right with you. Jeez, Ben, you're gonna blow the whole deal.
Sorry, I slipped.
How do I look?
You look beautiful.
Come in, Mrs. Chalmers. Come in.
Madame Leona, this is my new valet, Gibson.
Pleasure to meet you, Gibson.
You sound a little hoarse. Are you not well, Madame Leona?
Oh, just a little cold, my dear. Please, sit down and we'll get started. You may put the briefcase on the table, please.
Gee, that poor woman. How did I ever get into this mess?
How do I look? Come on, Benny. Tell me you don't miss it with me and you, just a little.
You want to know what I miss?
What?
I'll tell you what I miss. The shower after. Come in. Mr. Chalmers. How nice to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Mr. Pulaski, I'm sorry I'm late, but your elevator is broken.
Oh, perhaps I should have warned you. I'm sorry. Mr. Chalmers, this is Miss Allison Peters, whom I told you about.
Oh. Mr. Pulaski told me there'd be a young lady here. He never told me she was beautiful.
That's because he's an honest lawyer.
Seems Mr. Pulaski's been negligent on both our behalves. You should have told me how handsome my cousin is.
Please.
Yes, about that. Frankly, I'm a little confused about my relation to Miss Peters here.
Of course. As I explained to you over the phone, I'm acting as the executor of the estate of your late uncle, Albert Peters.
And I've explained to you that the only man I know by that name is my mother's brother, who died when she was a child. Some sort of train accident, I believe.
I love trains. Cigarette?
No, thank you.
Mr. Chalmers, your uncle didn't die in a train accident. He was tried and found guilty of having masterminded the Wilmington bank robbery of 1901.
The Wilmington bank robbery.
$200,000. In its day, the largest payroll heist in state history. He got 20 years.
Well, Daddy was Daddy.
I imagine your mother believed it better for you to think of him as dead. That happens in families. Well, after serving his time, your uncle began a new life in Chicago. He started a business, married, and raised a family. Now, last year, your uncle, Allison's, Miss Peters' father, died. Now, along with his public will, I found a second document. Details of another investment account. It was opened under an assumed name to be passed on to any or all of Albert Peters' heirs. This is the account's net worth as of last month. A little under $3 million.
My God.
Indeed.
However, there's a problem. As you'll see on the first sheet, the account was opened a few months before Peters went to prison.
The opening balance was $200,000, cash. Oh.
The Wilmington bank money.
I'm sure that's how the DA will see it. But as far as I can tell, as long as we can keep the authorities out of this, the two of you could probably claim the money without any trouble. All you'd need would be the account number.
Which you have.
And what exactly do you want, Mr. Pulaski, for your trouble?
Nothing. The probate gives me 10% from the sale of the investments. I don't want any more than that. Albert was a friend.
Mr. Pulaski, would you mind if we have a word?
Of course not. I'll be outside.
It was an interesting story, but I don't believe a word of it.
You and me both, cousin. Although it does explain a few things about Daddy.
Such as?
Well, he claimed to be this big World War I hero. But I think the only mustard gas he ever saw was at a hot dog stand at Wrigley Field.
I was something of a World War I hero.
You have the cane to prove it. I want to do some checking.
Why don't we meet later? To talk.
Well, I'm only in town for a few days, and I'm staying at the Park Plaza. I don't know where we could meet.
Well, then, Miss Peters, why don't we meet there? For the privacy it'll afford us, of course.
Of course. How do I look?
This is nuts. Why do I gotta take pictures anyway? The deek's flowing.
Because if the Deke stops blowing, Benny, we whip out the 8x10s and we get him 6 days from Tuesday.
You know what I think?
What do you think, Benny?
I think you got hot pants. That's why I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah? Well, you know what? Why don't you keep the pics to remember me by when I'm in Tangiers and hearing wherever the hell it is you said you were going?
Milwaukee.
Zip me.
Blackmail is what got us into it in Pittsburgh.
Says you. You going soft on me is what got us into this. Hey, get in the closet, Benny, because Cousin Prescott will be here at any minute. I don't want anything soft in this room. Prescott. Hi.
A rose for a rose.
Thank you. How about an eye-opener for an eye-opener?
Whatever you're having. It's a lovely song. I've never heard it before.
It's one of my favorites. I play it all the time.
Did you find what you were looking for this afternoon?
It seems so Mr. Pulaski's on the level.
Oh, really?
It's a top-shelf portfolio. The investment group guarantees a total buyout. There's even a chance I could triple in time. You know, it's a shame